It's World IBD Day, and this is a call to arms. There are three things that we need to do today for IBD. One, implement everything that we know that works well now to everybody living with IBD, wherever they are across the world. Two, work out how to do all of that better. Everything. Diagnosis, treatment, monitoring, etc. And three, we need to get a roadmap into play for prediction, prevention, and cure. Okay. This first point, implement what we know works well now to everyone with IBD wherever they are in the world. It sounds so simple, yet it's such a big challenge because the world's a big place. There is huge disparity in healthcare, access to care, inequalities across all areas of society. But this is the mission now. Diagnosis, timely diagnosis, avoiding diagnostic delay and the complications therein. Getting patients onto treatment early, optimizing treatment, monitoring, acting on the results of the monitoring, not using ineffective strategies, using effective drugs, and then just getting on with it. It sounds really simple, but this is a big, big challenge. And it's why I'm so passionate about spreading the knowledge across all of the IBD community, across the UK, across Europe, North America, South America, Asia, Africa, the whole world. Everyone needs this information. We have learned a vast amount in the last 20, 30, 40 years. We have very effective therapies, very effective strategies. And so if all we do is this, and learn nothing more about IBD, implement what we know works well to everyone around the world today, outcomes will be utterly transformed. Better care, better patient quality of life, increased mucosal healing, less flares, less hospitalizations, fewer surgeries, less bowel damage, better mental health, all of it. It requires equity of care, access to care. It requires thoughtfulness around the cost of IBD care, and it requires education to patients, to healthcare practitioners, and to all areas of society today. Point two is moving on to doing everything better. And so here we bring in the massive research infrastructure. Here we bring in industry, pharma, big tech, AI tools, big data, what we need to really get at things. And here the first thing really is being able to share the depth of knowledge that we already have. Vast amounts of brilliant basic science, translational science that's kind of lingering around the place. We need to get that into meaningful format so everyone understands it. The next thing is that we need to make sure that we have the right infrastructure and willingness to actually deliver on the drug pipeline. The phase 3 pipeline for IBD drugs is rich. The phase 2 pipeline is very, very deep with great potential assets, lots of industry willingness, but actually it's going to be very, very hard to deliver on this as a community unless we rethink how we deliver IBD trials for the world so that we're not overusing placebo, so that we are being strategic and not duplicating efforts, etc. But there is a lot going on that I think will, in a very short period of time, already make impact. And if we look 5 to 10 years ahead, we will have much better therapies that are delivered more targetedly, in combination with fewer side effects, great persistence, better outcomes. And we will have, I am convinced of it, much better monitoring strategies, truly passive, frictionless monitoring strategies that allow people to get on with their lives with IBD without having the constant risk of flare-up. Okay, so the third big point here is prediction, prevention, and cure. Prediction is two parts. There's the one bit once someone already has inflammatory bowel disease. Will they have aggressive or quiescent disease? What drug will they respond to? And when? When will they flare? Will they get the complications of the drugs or the disease? And that's a big thing. We're working on that in earnest. And hopefully that will be one of the near future things. But the much bigger play, of course, is prediction of IBD in the first place. Because to prevent IBD, we need to be able to predict it. We need to look at risk individuals who we know about because they have lots of first-degree relatives who are affected, and the general population, the much harder nut to crack because there's no starting point, and it's where the vast majority of people who are going to be diagnosed with IBD in the next 10, 20, 50 years are going to come from. And it's going to be, sure, Scotland, Europe, North America, Australia, but it's really in Asia and Africa where we need to look. That is where the world's predominant IBD population will be in 50 years. That's where we need to look at prediction and then prevention. Prevention at large for those who are not at immediate risk or maybe at low and intermediate levels of risk. That's probably looking at societal level at improving food and minimizing inappropriate use of antibiotics and other such strategies. And then there's going to be the known high at risk individuals who are at short-term risk, where prevention will be more interception with a drug that we currently use. And that will probably be demonstrated in the next few years. To me, it's quite likely that that will prove to be a successful strategy. But it's not for many, it's for the high-risk team. So, 3 things that we need to do. This is our call to arms. Do what we know works well now, and do it for everyone with IBD wherever they are in the world. 2, do all of that better. That's the big research effort. That requires coordination and funding and delivery. And then 3, prediction, prevention, and cure. Together, we can do this. Some of this we can do now, some of this we can work on now, and some of this will be delivered as time to come. So overall, this is a message of hope. I'm going to finish off my run. Thanks for listening. Happy World IBD Day, wherever you are. And to all the IBD patients around the world, I hope that you're doing okay and getting the care that you need. And to all the IBD community, all the healthcare practitioners, hats off to you. You're all doing amazing work. And please, to all those working around the healthcare community and the patients, industry, big tech, and society at large, please pay close attention to IBD. We need your interest, we need your investment, we need your smarts. Please give us your attention. Good night. And now we get to run back down the hill. Just done the big climb. Been out for a couple of hours, maybe another hour to go, maybe longer. Let's see how we fit. We don't get many days like this in Edinburgh, although more recently it was felt that way. I was due to be away this weekend. The fact that I am not, I am making the most of. See you soon. Bye now.